Hart. Let's talk about Montreal, the big screw job. When did you first learn of the plans to quote unquote screw Bret Hart? I mean, from what I understand, it was between a couple people. Only a few knew about it. When you learned, were you for it or against it? And what's your take on the entire situation?
Well, first of all, I mean, there was, as far as anybody that knew, there were probably a lot less people that knew than those that today would actually claim they knew. I did not know. Didn't know. Watched it happen live, just like everybody else, and just watched it go down when it happened.
As far as like, what would have been the effect if Bret had left without losing the WWF title?
It would have been bad for business. It would have been bad. It would have been bad for morale, because here's a guy, and it goes back to, you don't win and lose titles. It's not real. You're given a position. You're put into a position by the company to say, okay, you're going to carry the championship. This is what it's for. Now, when it's time for you to move that prop over to someone else, we expect you to do the right thing in business and do the honors. It's as cut and dry as that. If you're in your hometown, you shouldn't have to not lose because you're in your hometown, or your home country, or your mom's hometown, whatever it may be. So Bret not losing and going to the competitor with our championship, that really would have been viewed as a victory on the other side. And that was something that just couldn't happen.
Did you have any discussions at all with Bret Hart about this and your feelings on the situation, or did you let Vince handle this one?
Well, it was mainly, the conversations were all mainly between Vince and Bret. It was an ongoing negotiation for a while. And Bret, eventually agreed to do the right thing. And then day of, came in and changed his mind, decided he couldn't do that because he was in Canada.
What were your thoughts when you learned of this? You knew the deal, what was going to go down, so I mean, you had to...
The deal is what was going to go down.
As far as Vince pretty much going to screw Bret.
Nobody knew.
Okay.
No, I didn't know. I literally didn't know till it happened.
Okay.
And again, anybody that says that they knew different, they're probably lying to you. But I watched it. I watched it unfold right before my very eyes with British Bulldog and Owen Hart standing in front of me. We were getting ready to do a run-in because we were waiting for the spot for their run-in.
Right.
And the bell rang. I was like, what the fuck? Who rang the bell? And we didn't really know what happened. I didn't even realize what happened until Bulldog said, they just screwed Bret. And, it was what it was. But getting up to that point, it was, I think it's gained a life of its own, the Montreal Screwjob. It's done well for a hell of something to talk about for Bret and for Sean.